Most people treat anxiety like a kitchen fire they're trying to put out with a single glass of water, reaching for something that feels like relief, only to watch it work just well enough to keep reaching for it while the situation worsens. This cycle keeps us reaching for easy fixes while draining resources that could be spent on lifestyle changes that actually work. This gap between marketing and clinical science is massive. A recent meta-analysis searched for high-quality data on CBD for anxiety. Out of 1,550 studies, only 8 met the scientific standards required to be included. Many other trends, like magnesium, rely on the same pattern. They gain popularity through synthetically generated social media trends, where brands pay dozens of creators to manufacture a grassroots feeling, rather than breakthroughs in the data. Alcohol creates a similar biological trap. It temporarily soothes the nervous system, but it physically interferes with fear extinction, the neural process that allows the brain to learn that a situation isn't a threat. Because these substances block the brain's ability to learn new coping skills, they act as a crutch. Relying on them doesn't just fail to solve the problem, it actively prevents you from building the resilience required for a long-term resolution. Managing anxiety isn't a purely cognitive task, it is a biological one. Foundational biology dictates your psychological baseline, starting with the absolute necessity of optimized sleep. During REM sleep, the brain replays emotional memories, with the fear center turned down, processing stress. Sleep deprivation traps you in this cycle. Without REM, the brain cannot reset, leaving you sensitive to triggers, which further disrupts your sleep. To reset this system, consistent exercise functions as physiological exposure therapy. By pushing heart rate and adrenaline through intense workouts, you train your nervous system to stay calm while experiencing the physical symptoms of panic. You cannot supplement your way out of a physiological deficit. A stable mind must be earned through physical action. Once the biological baseline is set, cognitive therapies provide a durability advantage. Unlike medication, which often loses effectiveness once stopped, patients who complete cognitive behavioral therapy maintain their progress 12 months later because they've built permanent skills. Meditation functions similarly. It is not about simple relaxation, it is cognitive reappraisal. It trains the brain to observe anxious thoughts as objective data points rather than identifying with them. This hierarchical model shows that long-term recovery is built from the bottom up. The foundational layer requires standardizing sleep-wake times and executing 20 to 45 minutes of intense exercise 3 to 4 times a week. Above that base is social connection. Humans regulate each other's nervous systems, and simply believing you have social support significantly downregulates stress. Only once these layers are in place do more targeted interventions like meditation and CBT reach their full effectiveness. Anxiety is essentially an intolerance of uncertainty. A true resolution requires abandoning the comfort of quick escapes and leaning into the difficult work of building physical